Omar here from the American Dream TV. Today we're at one of the oldest known historical sites in Washington Township, the Old Stone House Village. Historians date the oldest buildings back to 1736. And today we're going to meet with a local historian who's going to tell us all about the buildings that make up this quaint historic village. Let's come take a look. Nick, how are you today?
Doing well, how are you?
Good, thank you. Today we're here with Nick Appice. He's the chairman of the Washington Township Historical Preservation Commission. Nick, tell us all about the main house here at the Old Stone House Village.
Sure. This building was built approximately 1730, 1736 was our oldest records. Built from locally quarried sandstone. The farm was originally about 1,000 acres. So all these beams, floorboards are original to the house from about 1730, 1736. There was a fire in December of 1980, which we lost these two windows. You can see the difference in the mortar and the stone.
Now, was there any other damage to the house besides the windows?
We did lose the roof and some of the attic floor.
Okay.
So you could see these floorboards here along with the beams are all original. Would you like to go see the kitchen?
Absolutely.
Okay. The room we just left was the living room. This was the kitchen. The fire was lit 24 hours a day as that was their source of heat. We're lucky enough to have one of the few remaining beehive ovens. This is what it would have looked like in the 1700s.
And I heard a rumor that your family has some ties to this building.
Yes, my wife's grandfather, James G. Atkinson, was the last person physically born in the house.
It's amazing.
Yep.
Let's check out the upstairs.
Absolutely.
Feels like we're taking a walk back in time here.
Yes, yeah, especially with the bed. But an interesting thing here is you can see on the floor
Yes.
where the walls used to be. When the wooden addition was put on in about 1846, they knocked out the entire stone wall here. And this was a hallway to go into the second wooden portion, and the stairwell to go downstairs. Would you like to go check out one of the other buildings we have on the property?
Sure, I'll follow you.
All right. So Omar, I would love to show you this house here. This house is the Charles Quay house, built in 1825, and Mr. Quay is the reason we have most of the artifacts and buildings that we do.
Let's check it out.
All right, let's go. So this building was built 1825. It's built with wooden dowels and handmade nails.
Now, why is it so cold?
This building is cold all the time. I'm not really sure why. When we do our paranormal invests, we do get a lot of hits in here. It's interesting.
And what was Charles Quay to Washington Township? I see the name all over the community.
Yes, Mr. Quay was everything. At some point, he was the police chief. He did the animal control logs. He was a farmer mostly, and he was an avid collector of all types of things. So this is the other structure on the property that's original to the farm. This is the old smokehouse. So when you would open the door, there would be meat hooks hanging. They would have a fire lit inside, and that would be used to cure and cook the meat.
So now this is another building that was transported, correct?
Correct. This is the Bunker Hill Presbyterian Church, built in 1869.
So what's the last building that we have here?
So this is one of my favorite buildings. This is the Blackwood Railroad Station. It was built in 1891. This is the only building on our property that's not originally from Washington Township.
So the pictures here, this is obviously not this building. What is this up here?
Correct. This was Washington Township's train station from Grenlock.
And what was the connection between this station and that one? Were they part of the same line?
They were part of the same line. Grenlock was the end of the line, and then it would go into Blackwood, which is our station here now, and then all the way up into Camden.
Okay, and so it was a fairly short run.
Correct.
So this is the grounds here, right?
Correct. Some of the buildings were moved here because they were from Charles Quay's farm.
That's amazing. Nick, thank you so much for taking us through the Old Stone House Village. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
And folks, I hope you enjoyed taking a tour of the history of my hometown of Washington Township. Until next time, I'm Omar from the American Dream TV.